I'm Mike.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Mike.
And we are
The Mike.
Star Wars MAUL.
MAUL, man. MAUL been through a lot.
Hold on.
Okay.
Shadow Lord.
Yeah.
I don't know what this means.
He's always been called the Shadow Lord because MAUL works for the dark side.
Is MAUL stronger than Palpatine?
No.
Is he stronger than Vader?
No.
Is he strong?
But MAUL was a heck of a fighter.
Yeah, dark.
He worked, and then MAUL and his brother.
He's stronger than Han Solo.
Yeah, he kills. Solo out. Solo out just
stronger than Yoda. Yoda?
No.
What about Luke?
But MAUL ain't nothing to play with. Here's why. Because MAUL is like smart. He's a tactician, and MAUL worked with that staff. MAUL was an unbelievable fighter.
Oh, MAUL has a staff shaper.
MAUL was super smart.
Twin blade.
MAUL tricked the Mandalorians.
He has a twin blade.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, no, he had a staff.
He had a staff that would break into
and then work with it then.
Yeah, the twin blade staff saber.
But it didn't have blades on each end.
Yeah, but it was more of a staff, and each end of the staff could get you, and then he could break it apart.
Darth Maul,
man.
Do you think they should be doing this? Well, I'll ask you later.
Yeah. They got to do this because he's such a popular character.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been dead a few times.
Right.
Times have changed. I will show you the galaxy for what it truly is.
Yeah,
See things from a new perspective.
Is this what our future holds? Always running.
I invite you to look more closely.
What are we dealing with?
Good question. And I offer you an opportunity.
Maul.
We have all been made to suffer. We survive, but do not live. The Emperor wants you dead. Chains can be broken.
Hang on!
And empires can be shattered.
All right.
Okay, so this must take place before Return of the Jedi.
I was just going to ask you that. Where does this lie in the main
Because
continuity?
Maul still has legs, looks like it. I don't see any mechanical legs. And so during the Clone Wars and all those other rebels and all that, Maul lost his legs because he got chopped in half by Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Oh, Obi-Wan.
Man, Obi-Wan was...
So Obi-Wan's better than Maul?
Yes. Obi-Wan is...
Obi-Wan and
Qui-Gon.
Fighting.
Fighting Maul.
And he got through
Qui-Gon.
there, and he cut him in half, and he died.
Right.
So let me ask you.
A famous killing in Star Wars.
Right.
We got to watch Star Wars. I don't want you to watch it. We got to watch it.
No, I'm just asking you something.
Sure.
Is the Star Wars timeline at a point where it's like you could just make a story out of anything? Or
Yes.
is it
Yes.
So it's not like a MCU where
Before-
everything lines.
It's actually kind of like that because you have remember, Star Wars is thousands of years.
Mm-hmm.
It stretches that long. So you'll see technology that is thousands of years old, but it looks new to us. That's one of the things that makes Star Wars so great. This is a story a long time ago, right?
So they do a lot of prequel stuff. It's like
They got to. There's so many stories.
Right.
You have so many stories. Okay, let me give you an example. So Maul was way before Luke Skywalker.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's fighting Luke Skywalker's trainer,
The trainer,
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
And Luke really only knew Obi-Wan as an old man.
Is this before Revenge of the Sith? In those movies?
Revenge of the Sith
Yes.
are prequels,
Yeah.
right?
To
but
New Hope and stuff.
Maul was before those. Yes.
Okay.
because Obi-Wan was still in his
So
prime.
Maul comes before Anakin.
That's right, way before
Oh,
Anakin.
yeah.
So Obi-Wan was just a Padawan to Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon, I can't pronounce his name properly.
Right.
But Qui-Gon was the one who said, who wanted to bring Luke in. Not Luke, I'm sorry, Darth Vader in. He brought him in too old, he was 5 years old, but Qui-Gon pushed Obi-Wan to train him.
Right.
Yeah, didn't Obi-Wan train Anakin?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
But
Reluctantly.
because Qui-Gon pushed it, and Qui-Gon was right, but he was wrong. Because Qui-Gon said he's the future. And Obi-Wan was like, he's too old. I don't want to train him.
So Qui-Gon was an apprentice under Obi-Wan.
No, Qui-Gon was training Obi-Wan. Qui-Gon trained Obi-Wan. And so remember, Anakin was just, you young, you full of spit and fire, right?
Right.
Obi-Wan was full of spit and fire. That's why he kicked Maul's butt.
Uh,
But Maul wasn't no joke. So going back to the Star Wars, that fight is legendary because it was the first time Maul had been introduced in the Star Wars lore.
Right.
It was the first time we see Obi-Wan kind of as a young man, and then we seen really Obi-Wan's skills. So Maul killed Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you that. Spoiler alert, Maul kills Qui-Gon.
okay.
He murders him right in front of Obi-Wan.
That's right.
And Obi-Wan was so mad
Gave motivation.
because they was fighting him together, and Maul was giving them both hell.
Yeah.
And so what happened was Maul comes in. There's these big
Is this
what
the
would you
fight
call
scene
them?
you
Like
showed
big
me?
doors.
Some barriers. They're barriers.
Is this the fight scene you showed me?
I think I have. I've showed you this, but there were big barriers,
You cut it in
and
half?
Qui-Gon goes out to fight Maul by himself because they're running through these things. Boo, the things comes down, and Obi-Wan is stuck. He can't get to the fight. So Qui-Gon, who's kind of older now, he's fighting a young Maul by himself now. He don't have the help of Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's watching them two fight, and he's waiting to get out. The thing is about to lift up, the door is about to lift up, and he watches Qui-Gon get killed by Maul. He come out that thing smoking, ready to kill Maul. And Maul almost killed him. And he did a trick move, killed Maul, cut him in half. It's a legendary scene in Star Wars.
Well, I asked you if Obi-Wan was better than Maul. You act like it was like a big gap between their power. They were roughly the same.
Maul was great. This was what makes Maul so great. He was a heck of a fighter, but Obi-Wan caught him on a gym. I mean, he could have lost, but Obi-Wan was giving it to him.
Okay.
And it took both of them to fight him before.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it
He was
took.
giving both of them work.
But this also showed you in the Star Wars lore that Obi-Wan wasn't nothing to be played with. He was a great fighter. It's not. I mean, because in the old Star Wars movies, which were the first ones, it looked like Obi-Wan couldn't have really been that good of a fighter.
But that's because he was an old man.
But once he fought Maul, you knew there was no doubt in Obi-Wan's skills. And he trained Anakin, and so another part of that, and you haven't seen it yet, but because of the Clone Wars, we saw Obi-Wan get older, we saw Anakin get older too, and we saw the progression. But
Because Maul and them, they were Sith lords.
Sith Lords,
They were like the
Emperor,
Padawans
yeah.
for
the Emperor and
Obi-Wan
everybody.
them.
For the
They
Emperor.
were just like them for the Emperor. See?
That's right. The Emperor would send out his minions.
Right.
That was Maul and everybody.
And they never traveled by themselves.
So let me ask one more thing before we get out of here. Has there ever been like a series, like in all the Star Wars media you watched? Do they ever follow up on, like, after A New Hope and all that other stuff?
Yeah,
like,
Clone Wars.
Look, I'm your father and all
Yeah,
that?
Clone Wars and some of the stuff we've seen lately on the Disney Channel,
Mhm.
those kind of mesh a lot of it together.
Those come afterwards? Or?
Right.
Yeah.
So, for example, I don't know if it was a Mandalorian when
I thought
Mandalorian and the Baby when
Grogu. I thought it was-
Katie Sackhoff, who plays one of the Mandalorians, she's legendary. But anyway, Luke comes in.
yeah, he was in Mandalorian.
That's right.
Right.
But he's older than
He's older now.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
He's a grown man now. He ain't young or nothing of that. He's a grown, super duper fighter.
Okay.
And he just crushes everybody. So, but Maul, and during his time, during the Clone Wars, he was fighting his rebels. Him and his brother, who's crazy too, they both lost limbs. Maul was cut in half, and he was still fighting. Because remember, the Force is not really your body; it's your mind and your brain. So what's the one general? He's ain't nothing but a robot. We'll talk about that later. But he's nothing but a robot. But he's just got his brain left. That's it. And even if you talk about Darth Vader is nothing under that suit. He missing legs. He missing arms. He missing everything. But his brain still works. General Grievous. General Grievous ain't nothing but a brain.
But a brain and all the rest of
everything else is robot.
Robot.
But he's still a Sith Lord.
Yeah, and
Four arms
and everything.
He
Yeah.
fell into that lava. And now he's all messed up. He's like,
That's right. But he's still a Sith Lord.
Because his brain is powerful.
And so Maul and Darth Vader are both Darth Maul, Darth Vader.
Yeah.
You've had plenty of those. They're Sith Lords.
It's
Next to the Emperor.
Is Palpatine a Sith Lord?
Palpatine is the Emperor. He's bigger than all of them.
Okay.
He's done roles above the Sith Lords and all that.
Has Vader ever been an Emperor?
No.
Vader?
No.
No, Vader's just like
So
a
he's
worker
not
bee.
strong as Palpatine.
No.
Is Palpatine strongest guy in the
No, they got what's the guy above Palpatine? I can't think of his name now. What's his name? He was in the movies with the girl who's the
Ahsoka?
No,
he was in a regular movie.
I can't even think of.
But he was one that could shoot.
Yeah,
out of his hand.
Palpatine. Matter of fact, Palpatine. Well,
He does the lightning electricity.
that's right. Okay, so listen, we gotta let you watch it because then you'll understand who's who. Palpatine's very strong, but there's a guy over him, and he was around for hundreds of years or whatever. But those are emperors. Those are who everybody else works.
But I was just making that point because it's funny that Darth Vader's looked at the big bad of the Star Wars universe, but he's really not even the strongest.
No, he's just a worker.
Yeah, essentially, he's muscle.
Yeah,
He's muscle, man.
That's all.
And I mean, there's always
the
famous
Empire.
muscle for the Empire.
Right.
But he got a lot of power.
Yeah.
And everybody was scared of him. But for a while, the reason why people like him had power is because the Emperor was trying to be underneath. People didn't know he was actually a Sith.
Right.
So part of the lore of the Sith is you don't know who's really Sith and who's good and who's bad, who's dark and who's good. And that's part of the lore. So, But anyway, so we keep moving. But I love Maul. Maul is a great creature, fighter. Yeah. And Maul got a lot of history.
I said I always liked his design with the horns and the red.
Yeah. And he got a brother that's like yellow or something.
That's pretty cool. What's his name?
I can't even remember his name. But they come from a group of people who have those horns. Like they're a people.
They're a whole race.
They're a race. They're a race of people. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Watch out.
Let's like and subscribe, folks.
That's 11.
And give us your comment.